and welcome to the Stretching a Dollar for Entrepreneurs show. I am your host, Lisa Sims, and it is great to be with you on this early Monday. And I know that it has been a minute since I've done a podcast, but I have been dealing with illness with my children, and they have passed it on to me. So we are going to get through today's show, hopefully without any sneezing or coughing. But we have a great show lined up, and I hope you are excited about it just as I am. And today we're going to be discussing 5 easy ways to improve your small business's image. And you may be wondering, why do we want to even concern ourselves with our image? Well, May is Small Business Improvement Month, or I think it's a week, but anyway, it's dealing with improving your small business image. And image is everything. We live in a society that is very visual, and we look at everything through a visual lens. And so when you are trying to attract your potential customers, then that comes into play, and they are looking at everything to see and draw conclusions about your particular business. And so today I'm just going to share some easy ways that you can go ahead and improve your small business image, because everybody can stand some improvement, and it's not a knock on anybody. It's just the way it is. And if you can't improve, then there's something wrong, and we all want to be able to improve ourselves. And the good thing, these particular improvements don't cost a lot. They just require you to look at your business through a different lens. And so I'm going to go ahead and give us our first um image improvement. And before I get into that, I want to remind everybody that we are streaming live on our Facebook page, as well as YouTube, as well as Twitch, and on Twitter. And you can always listen via any podcast directory. Wanted to get that out of the way. All right. The first way that you can improve your small business's image is to have consistent branding. And you may be wondering, what do I mean by consistent branding? Well, every company, big or small, has their branding options, and that consists of their color schema and logos and things of that nature. And so you have a branding palette that consists of those colors. And so you don't really deviate from that. Everything that you see is branded. It looks the same. It's like when you see Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola is branded. You always see the Coca-Cola lettering, and you see the colors, and you know that it's Coca-Cola. Same thing with Apple, it's branded. You always see the Apple logo. These are things that we can do as small businesses to improve our image. We just need to make sure we're doing it consistently. And by that I mean using our website, whether it is using our marketing materials such as social media posts, making sure that they are utilizing our company branding colors when we go out, making sure that our apparel that we're wearing has our branding colors on it. Everything that interacts with our potential customers needs to have our branding associated with it, so that people can start making that connection and start associating. Oh, okay. When they see green and, green and white, and, associate that with the Stretching a Dollar for Entrepreneurs show, things of that nature. And these are little small things. And so you may be saying, well, I don't really have any branding colors or a color schema. Well, then now is the time to start looking at this. And there are freelancers that you can hire to help you with this, and, graphic designers and things of that nature. And it doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg. You can utilize services such as Fiverr And then there's also services like Upwork, things of that nature, where you can actually hire someone to assist you with this. But the main thing, and you can even learn how to do it yourself if you are inclined. Canva offers ways that you can actually set up a branding template. You can establish your colors. So when you create your designs within Canva, everything has the same colors, the same fonts, things of that nature. So, there's all kinds of ways that you can do it. The main point is that you need to do it, and it will help you to communicate to your potential customers and start forming that branding in their mind so that when they see it, they think about you. And that's something simple that we all can do. And I know when we're small businesses, sometimes we come straight out of the gate and we don't have money to really invest in marketing and branding like we want to. I know when I started the IT mechanic, I really didn't have the budget for marketing to hire a graphic designer. So I did a lot of things myself. And, looking back on it, some of it looked like I did it myself. But, hindsight is 2020, and have learned from my ways, and so I've learned how to invest in branding and marketing and not to have it break the bank. And I want you to be able to do that same thing as well. And so if you focus on your branding, that will help you in the long run. I know that was kind of long-winded, but it needed to be said. All right. The second way that you can improve your small business's image is through customer service. Now, customer service is the heart of your business, and we all have stories about businesses that we have encountered that just had horrible customer service and we never utilized their services again. Well, we don't want to be one of those people. We want to be a company where people rave about our customer service. We want to be a Chick-fil-A. When you think about Chick-fil-A, you think about them and their customer service and uh, what's their thing? My pleasure. When you ask them for something, it's always my pleasure and things of that nature. But you want that customer experience to be a memorable one and not one where people are like, oh, don't utilize that company. Their customer service is just horrible. And simple things that you can do to improve in this area. One thing is just to be responsive. When someone either emails you via your website or calls your company, respond within 24 hours. Respond as fast as you can. I know I had an incident where I was looking to utilize the services of a particular company, particular small business, and I left a message. A day goes by, 2 days go by, 3 days, no, that's okay, that's okay. That's too long for someone to have to wait for you to respond back. So the rule of thumb should be really a 24-hour response is what is needed. And also let people know upfront how long it will take you to respond. And that way people have an expectation of when they can expect to hear from you. And so if you communicate that to people, people will be appreciative of that. And then also when you respond within that time that you said you're going to respond, then that will help you improve your business image as well. But customer service has to be there. And then if you don't have a dedicated number for your business, I would highly encourage you to do so, because I've called many of small businesses and it goes to their cell phone, and that's fine. But if you're trying to project a professional image, then you need to have some kind of professional phone system. Um, I know I've been there. I've been there, even with the IT mechanic. I used to carry 2 cell phones during that time. That was many, many years ago, because I wanted to keep my personal and the business separate and everything. Then I switched over to like Ring Central and everything so that it gives the appearance that I was bigger than I really was. But the thing of it is whatever you use, you just have to use it consistently, and you want it to give you that professional image. And it's not hard to do. We just gotta think out side of the box. But customer service, that is one of those areas that you just really, really, as a small business, need to focus on and make sure that you are going above and beyond, because that speaks volume and people will remember that. And now you have to realize that, hey, we are in a social media age, and people will put you on blast faster than you can blink your eye. And so you don't want that to happen. And, sometimes some things are beyond your control, but those things that are within your control, you want to make sure that you can handle it. And so, you want to make sure that reviews and everything are favorable as much as they can be. And if you encounter problems with a particular customer, you want to be able to handle those as swiftly as possible so that you have a favorable outcome and things of that nature. But customer service, we have to do it. We just have to do it. Oh my goodness. It's bringing back flashbacks of all the bad customer service I have received. But we are going to improve, and we are going to offer good customer service. All right. The third way that you can improve your small business's image is via your website. And I know most people probably think that websites are dead in this day and time, but they are not. They are still alive and well, and your website needs to look like it's alive and well. And I know just as well as anybody else that when you are a small business, you are running around with like a chicken with your head cut off sometimes, when it's particularly a solo preneur, and it's just you. And so sometimes you can't do a lot of the things that you want to do because you're focusing on everything. But you want to make sure that your website is maintained and updated and doesn't look like, hey, it's been there for about 2 or 3 years, nobody's touched it, even thought about it or anything. And so you want to make sure that you are updating it and providing people, potential customers, with information that they need. Provide them with some free resources via your website, things of that nature. But just let people know that, hey, this is still a active website and that it is maintained. And so it doesn't take long. And I just want you to realize that, hey, once you build that website, that's not it. That's just the beginning. That is your tool to communicate to potential customers. And I know we live in a social media age and everybody's all about the different social media platforms. But as I have mentioned on many, many, many shows, we have to realize that we don't own any of those social media platforms, and those things can go down at any time. You could get kicked off, you can get put in Twitter jail or Facebook jail or whatever, for whatever reason. It doesn't even, sometimes you don't even need a reason. And so you still need a way to be able to communicate with your potential customers, and your website will allow you to do that. So don't take that for granted and think that you don't need one. Yes, you need one, and you need to keep it up to date. And so I have some updates that I need to make to my website. It's on my to-do list. And so I hope it's on your to-do list as well, because people are looking. And if you have designed your website or have had your website designed in such a way that it is search engine optimized, so that when people are searching for those keywords or searching for terms that describe your business, you come up. You want to be able to provide people with what they are looking for. Because remember, we live in a society where people have short attention spans, and I do mean short. And so people are not going to waste time if they can't find what they need quickly. They're moving on to the next. And so you don't want to be the company that could have gain this particular person as a customer because of your website. So just keep your website up to date. And you can also hire somebody to do that as well. Doesn't cost that much. You can go on over to Fiverr and some of these other gig sites, and you can find somebody, or even a college student. Hey, college students are looking for ways to get some experience on their resumes. And so reach out to some of these colleges and everything, and they'll be happy to provide you with someone that can do it and do it well. And so, options are available. We just have to actually think outside of the box. All right. Number four, loyalty programs. We need to start rewarding our faithful customers that utilize us and let them know that, hey, we appreciate them. I know for this week, it's Teacher Appreciation Week, and so I'm going to be celebrating myself for my teaching that I do both professionally and personally. And so, we have to think about our customers and just show them that, hey, we care for you just like you care about us, and we thank you for utilizing us and telling people about us. And so, whatever you can do, whether that's offering coupons or discounts or giveaways or things of that nature. We have to do that, and we can do that. There are so many different technologies that are available now that make these things just easy to do. And so we need to start utilizing that because people want to feel appreciated. And when people feel appreciated, then they will do more. And in our case, as small business owners, we want people to buy more. We want people to tell others about us. And so let's give them an incentive to do so. And so loyalty programs is one of those ways that we can do it. And it doesn't have to be anything elaborate. And sometimes that's where we get tripped up. We think it has to be this big, grandiose thing that we do. And sometimes it's just a simple card on someone's birthday. And if you're utilizing a CRM program, then you should have this information. Or if you've got an email list, you should have this information already, possibly. But anyway, you want to make sure that you have this information so that when people's birthdays roll around or their anniversary for being a customer with you rolls around, you can send them something, even like I said, just a card. And so that means a lot, and that helps you with improving your image and word of mouth. And hey, social media, people will, if you send someone, say, a t-shirt or something, hey, maybe they'll take a picture of the t-shirt and put it on social media. And just all kinds of things can happen, but we just have to be ready for that and prepared for that. And so, thinking outside of the box is one of those things that we just have to do to be able to improve our image. And then the final tip that I'm going to leave you with for improving your small business image is to do some investigation and look at other successful small businesses and see what they are doing. Sometimes we don't have to recreate the wheel. Now, being a software developer, I believe in this wholeheartedly. We do not always have to start from scratch. And the same thing applies to small businesses. We don't have to start from scratch. There are some businesses that have already established the blueprint. And if we look closely enough, we can take away some key nuggets and just tweak it here and there and apply it to what we're trying to do. And so I recall someone told me this saying, and I always remember it said, there's nothing wrong with being a copycat. Just make sure you copy off the right cat. So I'll just leave it that with you to say, hey, do your research and see what some other small businesses are doing, and just kind of adapt some of those things that, adapt and adopt some of these things that they are doing so that it can work for you in your favor. Hey, there's nothing new under the sun yet. Everything is kind of been done, but it can be done a different way. And so you just have to think about it too in terms of your business. What can I do that somebody else is doing that's working for them? And maybe it'll work for me. And so if you do these 5 things, I'm quite sure you will start to see some improvements in your business image, whether that's more inquiries about your products or services, more followers on your social media platforms, more visitors to your website, more positive reviews, whatever it may be. All of these things can help you to just improve. And as I said earlier, we all should want to improve our business's image because number one, we didn't start these businesses just to be started, and we started them because we wanted them to be successful and profitable. And so by utilizing these tips, you can have both. And so I hope these were helpful to you. They were helpful to me as reminders as well. And I've got a to do list of things that I need to do. And I hope you have some items that you jotted down to say, hey, I need to take a look at that as well. And that was my whole intent today. And I made it through without coughing or sneezing, which I am excited about. So it's going to be a great day. And so with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. And as you know, I always wrap up the show by letting you know that you can be a guest on the Stretching a Dollar for Entrepreneurs show. You can head on over to our website, stretchingyourcash.com, and you can click on the Be My Guest link, or you can also visit us on our Facebook page. And we have a form, a Google form over there where you can actually fill out and with your particular topic that you would like to discuss. And the only requirement that I have is that your topic has to relate to the theme of this show, which is stretching a dollar for entrepreneurs. And you must be able to talk about it engagingly, not just talk, but to engage, have a good conversation about it for at least about 20 to 30 minutes. And if you can do that, go ahead and fill out the form. I'll review it. If it looks like a good match, I will be in contact. And so with that, I am going to go ahead and get out of here. I hope you have a good week and I hope you have a productive week and that you are looking forward to actually improving your business's image. And hey, feel free to drop me a line either on social media or via website, just letting me know some of the ways that you have actually decided to improve upon your business image. I'd love to hear it. And so until next week, be blessed and have a great week. I'll talk to you next Monday. Take care.